My dear brothers and sisters, we know the light. What does the light do? The light shows us where to go. If there is no light, we tremble. If there is no light, we become confused. That is why in today's gospel, there is light. Jesus is telling us about the light. We know that light is there, and light opens for us the way to go. Have you ever thought of being in darkness and what happens? We don't know what is next. You start touching here and there. That is why today Jesus talks about the light. Think about it. If you close your eyes and you start walking, what is going to happen? You are going to stumble. You are going to fall down because you cannot tell where the steps are. Jesus says we have to follow the light. For example, in many Gospels we have heard about people who are not seeing. One was born blind. He could not see. But Jesus made him to see. He saw the light. Some of us are blind in one way or another, but Jesus is inviting all of us to open our eyes and see. Are we blind or not? Sometimes we may think, oh, I can see. Well and good. But do we see the spiritual things, or we just see the physical things? Jesus is inviting us to go deep into our life to see the spiritual things. Then we may be able to see Jesus, to see God. Light is very important in our life. Light is everything. What happens when the lights go off? We start thinking, what are we going to do? That is the same thing in faith. When we don't have light, who is Jesus? We start asking, what am I going to do? So I ask you, my brothers and sisters, always to have the light in our hearts. Always to follow the light, which is the truth. Always to follow the light, who is Jesus. What does Jesus say is the truth and the light? Whoever comes to him will not be in darkness. These days, my dear friends, we cannot differentiate the light and the darkness. People come to us and they bombard us with many dark stuff, and we follow that, thinking that that is light. No. We have to sit and reflect and say, is this the light or it is the darkness? Because God has given us the conscience. God has given us the intellect know the truth. What is truth in your life? You can argue here and there, but the truth, which is the light, remains the same. Amen.
Thank you for joining us for this celebration of the Mass. This virtual Mass is broadcast to hundreds of people every day of the week. You know, over 100 years ago, the very first celebrations of the Mass took place on the second floor of the Glenview Public House. It's been inconceivable that 100 years later, we would be reaching so many people all over the world through this technology. If you'd like to support the ongoing broadcasts of OLPH's Masses, please go to our website, go to Give Central, and you'd be able to support the ongoing outreach of this virtual ministry. Thank you for your support. Most of all, thank you for joining us in prayer. God bless you.